Good morning, good morning. It's Friday, August 1st, and it's tariff day. So, with that, we've had a lot of selling in the market today. Plus, I think Amazon disappointed as well. This is the NASDAQ 100 E mini futures, and took a few trades on this morning. My bias was definitely to the downside. We've been selling pretty much all night. A lot of selling going on, as you can see here in the New York session, as well as the overnight session here in light purple. So the session opened up this morning. Well, just before the open, uh, we had some, like I said, continued selling, and I wanted to share something with you after this news here that happened at 8:30. Price started drifting down again, and I just want to share something with you that I call the money line. Basically, the money line is the 5 minute, 8 and 9 EMA. So it's an exponential moving average on the 5 minute chart, 8 and 9 period exponential moving average. And I use it a lot just to kind of gauge where price is going. And a lot of times I take trades off of it. So here we have the news, and the news kind of spiked things up and down a little bit. It was a little bit of a messy news play, but overall, after you know things settled down, price started drifting down, and that's when the money line trade started working out. So as you can see here, the money line works best, I find, when price doesn't come straight up to it, but rather sort of drifts over to it, and then a lot of times it'll just give a little bounce to it and then bounce down hard. So this is the best kind of setup I like for the money line. The money line again, it's these two purple lines coming down. It's the 8 and 9. I have them both on there. So as I say, the best way usually is if price is sort of drifting over to it, and then sometimes it will give a pop up and down, and that's a great entry point usually to take it down further. So we had that same thing happen again. It was drifting sideways, and then a little pop up and down, and then you could take it down from there. Really good place to trade from. Now, when the market opened, things are going to get a lot spikier, but you can still use the money line as a place to take a double top trade out of, like we did right here. Um, Market opened at 9:30, and price did one top, two top, and then head down, and that's where I got in right there, and took it down to this area. Then it didn't really interact with the money line for quite a bit after that, and I was just scalping my trades down the line here because there was no real clear entry other than like a 77. I believe I got this double top off the 77 at one point, so that was another scalp for me that I took. So then I was waiting for the retracement, and this took a while because now, as you see, we broke through the money line here, and then we kind of came back down to it right there, and that was a trade that I did not take, but that's a perfect example of the first touch of the money line after breakthrough. You can write it up, and then kind of came up and started rolling over. And again, I was watching the 5 minute charts to get a better feel for where the roll was really going to start happening. That was like right here. So I waited for 2 or 3 5 minute chart candles, and then I saw this really tiny body candle finish under the money line, and I knew that there was a pretty good chance that it would pop up, and I thought that if it did, I would try to sell it, because generally what you've got is early shorts getting stop swept out. So the institutions will know that retail traders will be trying to short this, and then they'll run it up really fast and try to take out, like if you've got a stop up here, they'll try to run that stop. So to get the close up on that, that's right here. So they'll try to get that stop right there. And so I waited for price to pop up, and then I sold some at that level, at that stop level, and sold a little bit more at the top, and then took it down. Then we were back down to the money line, under the money line. I did not take this bounce off of it. I did wait for the next one. As you can see, it did that drift thing, or kind of drifted over, and then did a little pop. And then when I saw the wicks here, I went ahead and shorted it right there and took it back down to 26. So that was my trades for the day. Pretty easy day of trading if you're an experienced trader, because price was telegraphing its direction pretty clearly all morning. And again, the money line is just another tool in my tool belt to use as a gauge for where to get in, where to get out, and it's a very very effective tool. I call it the money line. It's the 8 and 9 period EMA on the 5 minute candle. So that's it for today. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next week.